You want to know a low-key slept-on villain that I don't actually think is a villain? Captain Hook, bro. Because when you think about it, why is that nigga Peter Pan trying to stay young forever and hang with kids forever? Like, growing up, I never knew how wicked it sounded that, like, how old is Peter Pan? Peter Pan in reality could be a middle-aged man or hundreds of years old. It's been a while since I watched it, but nigga, what? Captain Hook was not the bad guy. Anyways, we got When Villains Are High-Key Valid by Just Lateef. As always, go like his shit. Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe, like, if y'all fuck with my shit. We also got a playlist section. We got different stuff, different shows for different folks. You know, we got gameplay, we got music reactions, we got album reactions. Y'all know, just fuck with it, nigga. Subscribe with it, nigga, bro. Let's get into it, bro.
A lot of stories. There's stories in sports, movies, TV shows, books. If you read, I don't do that stuff. I don't know how to read.
Whenever I think about it, actually, there was a lot of villains that aren't villains, bro. Like, what was it? What was the Avengers movie with Ultron? And it was like, find out the best way to protect humanity. He found out humanity's greatest threat was itself, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, is he really wrong? I don't know.
But yeah, dude, there's lore everywhere. And even me and you have some lore. Anyone can have lore. You just gotta go do some trauma. Stories usually have a protagonist, aka the hero, and an antagonist, aka the villain. And in a typical story, the hero is always good, the character of morality, a noble being. And then the villain will be portrayed as some hating ass nigga who just be causing damage because they feel like it. Or they might have some weak ass reason, like them losing a race on field day back in 3rd grade, which directly caused them to lose their John to the fastest kid in school. Low-key, that story kind of valid though. I'd be mad at having Me Too, twin, don't worry. But every so often, there's a case where the villain hates.
Madara, bro. Madara, was he really a bad guy, though? I don't know. I don't know. I know that Obito, bro, Obito doesn't really get a pass. He really don't get a pass, bro. Madara, though, he just wanted to put people in, he's trying to give people their own personal heaven. You know what I'm saying? Just take them away from grief. That's not really bad.
It is truly warranted. Like, they might still be bad, but you can completely understand it. In other cases, the villain was actually the good guy all along, just mad misunderstood. And I got hella examples of these two archetypes in this video. But before we get to that, please sub. We're nearing the 10K
sub to
goal.
Me Too.
So actually, like, yeah, we hit it. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you.
It's just only come from one ear.
First example, and the most known and common example of this archetype in recent history, is Killmonger, which doesn't even take much thinking if you read the comics or saw the movie. Everything Killmonger did was warranted. Was he a hate-filled ass nigga? Yes, but like, how can you not be after what Wakanda did to his pops? The king literally pulled up to him in his father's crib in Oakland and slimed out his dad while he was outside running hoops with the boys. Don't get me wrong, I understand why T'Chaka was upset, because N'Jobu was literally selling vibranium to Claw, which betrayed all of Wakanda and is a big no-no. But instead of dude, he should have just locked him up and took in younger Killmonger because he's innocent and was Wakandan himself. He's your people. What are you doing? And the worst part about this is that N'Jobu was T'Chaka's brother. So you slimed out your blood brother over these crimes and left your nephew out and about in Oakland, California, all alone? That's a death wish, because what if bro started banging sets? He wouldn't have made it past 25. So Killmonger wanting revenge against Wakanda and making his entire life goal to achieve it is definitely understandable. I messed with Wakanda, but that was some peak hole stuff by T'Chaka.
Yeah.
And bro had the nerve to live the rest of his life as if he was some pure loving man. This next one, y'all might not see initially, but for real, trust me on this one. That short chef from Ratatouille, yeah.
I you know what? That's another one I've always said really ain't a villain, bro. This nigga was just following food, health, and safety protocols, bro. There's a fucking rat on that nigga's head. There's a rat on that nigga's head making people's food. In reality, this movie ain't portraying, nigga. Please tell me, if you was to go to the nearest Texas Roadhouse right now and just yell out, yo, there's a fucking rat back there making the food. How many niggas are gonna get up and leave the establishment, bro? This ain't a fantasy, nigga. He's just trying to save his business. There's a fucking rat, bruh. It's a rat, nigga. Not a mouse. Rat. Vermin, nigga. The same fucking rodent that caused the Black Plague.
Official name, Chef Skinner. That man was 1000% correct. I don't care what anyone says. I understand the message of Ratatouille is that anyone can reach their goals and pursue their dreams. And they represented this with Remy having a natural ability to cook delicious eats. But like, if we look at this from a real world perspective, not even that, but just a logical perspective, this gotta be the nastiest shit ever. I love this movie, and it's one of Pixar's best ones. Right. But to act like a rat cooking your dinner isn't nasty as hell would be insane. Remy was throwing down the entire movie when he was controlling the redhead nigga under his hat. But as soon as he would start doing it completely by himself, I was having enough. This is like Magic Johnson tampering with a blood donation. You just can't do that type of stuff, bro. You can't be moving like that. Rats are some of the nastiest creatures on this planet, and I fear Remy is no exception, bro. The level of disgusting he has is just unfortunately down to his species. Clean rats don't exist.
You know what I think makes rats more disgusting than what they already are? Is their courage and their boldness, bro. Actually. Because, you know, most rodents are like something, even like a roach, hides in the dark. They try not to show themselves. Rats, bro. Rats will come up to you and ask for a cigarette. Nigga, what do you want? They're so bold, bro. You could be in the kitchen making food and it will climb up on the counter asking for a bite. Bro. That's what makes rats so disgusting, is because they're disgusting and bold. The best translation from a rat to a human is like a disgusting gooner homeless man. A man that actively beats his dick and eats scraps from the back of restaurants. And then is all up in your face asking for shit or trying to touch on you, bro. Get the fuck off me.
Unless you master Splinter, that nigga got drip, he stayed trim. But the rest of you nasty ass pets gotta go. And by the end of the movie, he had his whole family helping out in the kitchen. It gotta be funky as hell in there. And the chefs were just letting it happen. Like,
now you telling me, hold on.
That nigga got drip, he stayed trim. But the rest of you nasty ass pets gotta go. And by the end of the movie, he had his whole family helping out in the kitchen.
You're telling me the chef from Ratatouille was wrong for wanting to get this shit out of his kitchen? You're telling me if a food instructor or Gordon Ramsay or a camera crew walked in the back of that restaurant and just saw a whole bunch of rats tampering with food that were just scurrying across the ground, by the way, he would still have his business tomorrow? He's going to get choke slammed in the dirt by the bank, bro. They're taking everything. He's done. But he was wrong for wanting to get the rat out of his kitchen, though, right? All right.
God, be funky as hell in there. And the chefs were just letting it happen. Like, people luckily found out that it was going on. They was not going for it. And the restaurant closed down because of that, which was the opposite of Skinner's goal. Like, he was a hard ass, but in the end, he just wanted the restaurant to stay open and remain successful. And Remy screwed that up for him completely. Third, we have the most powerful dude in this video, Magneto from X-Men. Unlike the last example, where the humans were right, we was wrong as hell in this situation. In the Marvel Universe, there's this blatantly racist situation where humans hate on mutants, aka people born with insane power sets and abilities. And although a good portion of these mutants save the world from threats time and time again, humans literally don't give a damn. Like, they'll still hate their guts and protest to kill them all. And you can say, well, Chief, maybe they're just scared of them. They're scared of the mutants.
No, they're racist.
Okay, being scared does not make the racism valid, as you can very much clearly compare to real world scenarios. And the worst part of this is that the humans would glaze any other hero, even the ones with real powers and abilities, as long as they weren't born with them. For example, the Fantastic Four. Them niggas are literally treated like royalty in the universe. Same for Spider-Man. Like, the dude is literally sticking to walls, and in some cases can naturally make web out of his body.
You can't do that, huh?
No. And it's not like Peter Parker's identity is public, so they have no shot of knowing whether or not he was born like that or not. They don't know. But they still choose to love him. But then they hate on the natural born mutants. Like, that's just some cooked stuff right there. At the end of the day, Magneto's goal is to just prevent his race from being decimated to smithereens. And the way he sees to prevent this is to have complete dominance over humans. Now, if I was in Marvel, Would I want this? Hell no! But I can see why he wants to do this. It's only because humans wanted to do this to him and his race. Like, if humans accepted mutants and didn't try to destroy them all, I'm sure they would have someone as powerful as Magneto on their side. This next one might be a true hotshot to y'all, but I got Bowser and Mario. And y'all gonna swear you not.
What? You can't even defend Bowser. He kidnaps Princess Peach, bruh. What redeeming quality does Bowser have? There's only one way Bowser can ever be a good guy. And that's if the shrooms Mario is taking makes him hallucinate. And Bowser's actually Princess Peach's boyfriend. And that nigga Mario geeked up, killing niggas. That's the only way. What if Mario's not even a plumber? Just a fucking raging, drugged out, cyber psychosis bum with a fucking wrench. Who knows, man?
Good, and nothing he does have merit, but let's be honest. Let's just be real. He don't be kidnapping Peach, dog. Peach is Bowser's sneaky link, and she wants the world to think it's kidnapping because how do you look going for Turtle Dick? Mario has saved Peach approximately 68 times, and every time he saves her, the most he gets is a kiss on the nose or some weak-ass thank you message. Like, it's clear he ain't clapping no buns. We know, because look at how Luigi be with Daisy. You know he clapping them cheeks. To make matters worse, if Peach didn't want to get kidnapped, she would have definitely upped her defenses in some way. To go 40 years of getting kidnapped by the same nigga is completely absurd. The icing on the cake is how when Bowser Jr. pulled up to run a fade with Mario in Mario Sunshine, he called Peach his mama, and Peach's reaction was genuine shock, and it came off as if her secret child was exposed against her will. And I know at the end of the game, Bowser confirmed that, yeah, she's not his mom. But her reaction was sketchy as hell. The cherries on top gotta be the ending to Super Mario Odyssey. If she really messed with Mario, she would have easily took his flowers. Look at this scene. What is she doing? But instead, she got mad and walked away. Like, miss, one of these niggas kidnapped you. Kidnapped you? Oh yeah, alright. And the other one saved you. And you gonna shoo the hero away? She definitely going for Bowser anytime
These
he calls,
be
and
choosing
Mario
them.
just don't have the balls to see it. Luigi probably singing no role models to that nigga on a nightly basis. Like, it's bad out here, bro. It's getting really scary. Bowser not evil for real. He is just in a 40-year situationship that's gone way off the rails. Just like me for real. Next, we got Red Hood. Now, Red Hood isn't necessarily a...
Red Hood ain't a bad guy. And I stand by that statement. I got into Red Hood recently. And like, I think it was 2022. And when I watched the animated series. So you're telling me... let me get this straight. Let me explain to you how Red Hood isn't a bad guy. You're telling me my family got murdered. This billionaire bat nigga took me in, trained me. I get kidnapped by the Joker. He doesn't come to save me. The Joker ends up killing me. And I get kidnapped by some fucking shadow organization. They revive me, which fucking hurts, by the way. In a fucking hot ass pit. And I escape, and you think I'm still about to play by the same rules, nigga? 2 to the head for that nigga. Foul. I'm not mad. Because you want to know why I'm not mad? That nigga Batman is the reason he died. That nigga Batman is the reason he died. Joker done killed orphans, pregnant ladies, random niggas, kids. He raped. He broke a girl. A psychiatrist, by the way. You know how hard it is to mentally break a psychiatrist? That's what they specialize in, bro. Joker broke a psychiatrist. Turned her crazy, in love with that nigga. And then just throws her to the side like a pet. That nigga Batman's wrong. I love Batman, bro. But I'm a number one Red Hood defender, especially after seeing how exactly Joker tortured him. What do you mean I got beat with a crowbar and Batman didn't come to save me? I got beat with a fucking crowbar, nigga. Batman, fuck you.
a villain, he's an anti-hero. But when he wanted to kill Joker, some iterations wanted to pay him as somewhat of a villain, which is just cooked, cause Red Hood is Jason Todd, who used to be Robin. And he was the same Robin that was tortured and unalived, and that abuse lasted for at least 2 years, if
That's
not
crazy.
longer. This goes for the Arkham universe at least. I don't know about the other ones, but hey man, regardless, he was seemingly left for dead by everyone. As Batman, I wouldn't let that slide. I would have found my boy and saved him before the second day. That's just me though. But Bruce not like that. Hashtag fraud watch. And when Red Hood pressed Bruce about unaliving Joker, he just swore to his soul that he couldn't do it, because if he did, he would be no better than him. Nigga, yes you would. If you unalive Joker, you prevent so many other issues from happening within Gotham, and in other cases, the world. Keeping Joker alive unalives more people than not keeping him alive. So what the hell are you talking about? Joker deserves to be gone, and Bruce should have did it a long time ago. You can't change my mind.
Crazy.
Next, we have my favorite NBA player of all time, Kevin Wayne Durant. On July 4th, 2016, he joined the Golden State Warriors, who was just fresh off of a 73-9 season and a finals appearance, but choked to the Cavs after Bron, Kyrie, and K-Love pulled off an insane 3-1 comeback. They had Draymond crying in the car on the way home, calling KD begging to join. And bro deadass did it. And what makes it worse is that this same Warriors team beat his OKC team in the same way in the conference finals for the West. Nigga couldn't beat them, so he had to join them. But honestly, looking back, this move was genius. Weak, but genius. Cause let's be real, KD was the only skillful player for the majority of his OKC tenure. Like imagine getting a call asking to go play with Stephen Curry and then saying no to stick with Russ. I love Russ, but come on, let's be real. Like no, bruh, KD looked at Russ, sighed at his bit, and packed his bags. He got out of there. Call him disloyal. Hell, call me disloyal for this analogy. I'm not though. I'm mad loyal. Bad Jones hit me up. Must be of age. But I can understand him leaving. This same move got him 2 rings along with 2 finals MVPs.
I've always been a LeBron fan. Wherever LeBron goes, I go.
And you can say they're Mickey and they're not real and super team this and that, but there's been other super teams that dominated and never got shat on for it. Plus eventually as time goes on, the way he won won't remember as much, and it'll be more about the fact that he won in general as it is for most all-time greats. So shut up, ho. Last but not least, we got Caillou. Caillou's reasoning for being an evil little brat does not need to be studied despite popular belief. It's all because his parents forced him to be bald. Growing up, there was much speculation on why little bro don't have no hair. And people came to the conclusion that he had cancer, which is very sad and depressing. But then it was confirmed that he didn't, meaning that this bald yee haircut was just his parents being evil.
Nah, that's fried. Now, when you put it like that, I always thought Caillou had cancer. I thought that was the whole thing behind this whole show, bro. Caillou didn't have cancer? You're telling me they had Caillou walking around with the sports mode baldy, bro? And that motherfucker was always shining, too. Not a stubble of hair. No episode. There's not one episode with that nigga with a stubble of hair. Not none. How old is Caillou? About 8, 9? 7, maybe? Youngest? And you got him rocking the baldy, bro. He don't even have a lineup. He don't even have the Justin Timberlake, bro. He don't have a lineup, bro. I definitely understand Caillou now, bro. That brought light to the situation. Anyways, if you guys fuck with this video, leave a like, subscribe, check out the playlist section. I love y'all. Peace.